All right, I'm going to share with you how you can add an extra 70K in the next 2 months. Now, the 60-day game plan is created by me. I actually put this together. So what you're getting is from the horse's mouth. I'm going to be able to spend time with you today to share with you exactly how you can go about creating a successful campaign, not a single promotion. Now, not to digress, but if you are in business and you're creating these one-off promotions to generate sales, you have basically built up one soldier and you sent off one soldier to conquer another army, which is your market. How well do you think that's going to work out for you? So my job today is to make sure that you become more aware of what a real marketing campaign looks like, the work that goes into it, the systematic approach to make it simple, and how you can replicate this across your entire company for endless products and among every single media outlet. So if we dive right in, we have to first ask ourselves, what is our goal over the next 60 days? I created this game plan because it's 100% manageable for just about everybody that is watching this video, right? It's 70,000 seems to be where a lot of folks want to be at about 35K a month, right? So 60 days, 70,000, let's get to it. There are a couple things we have to pay attention to. And the number one thing is that how many platforms do we have to be on, right? That's the number one thing that a lot of folks ask. Well, Brandon, where do I need to be? What do I have to focus on? Where should I put my marketing dollars? Well, the answer, unfortunately, is everywhere. Now, what we want to do is make sure that you're focused on specifically the area that your market's going to give you the best return the fastest. So a little bit of market research will lead us down that path, but from what we can assume, about 99% of everybody is searching for something. So we want to make sure that we are on Google. If we can be found on Google leveraging different types of text ads, different types of display ads, different types of smart campaigns that they allow us to create, we're testing so much now, we're driving traffic to a specific offer, and then we can go ahead and follow up with ongoing conversations on the other media outlets. So if you look at this line from left to right, we start with Google. We can now follow up with each individual user on each ongoing media outlet. Or I should say, and what we're going to also do is pull in cold traffic from each of those media outlets. And then we're going to run them through the cycle as well. So this is what it would look like if we were going to now go from each individual media outlet. Take a look. Everything is going to be linear. So this Google bucket represents these particular ads. These particular ads are going to be promoting this particular page, this particular offer. This now is going to take them through to a secondary media platform, which is now going to be remarketing those original visitors. Very simple, basic marketing 101, I guess you would say. If you're brand new to this type of strategy, this is what everybody's doing. This is nothing new about this. What we want to do, though, is make sure we understand how much is it going to cost to acquire one customer, what media outlets are going to be the best to start at, and how much do you want to grow your company so that you know how much your budget needs to be on a monthly basis. So there are so many ways to grow a business. I choose paid advertising. Why do I choose paid advertising? Because it's the fastest way to get a result. You can have SEO. I have SEO. I've got a team of SEO people, but that doesn't mean that I am waiting for that so that my business can grow. That's the last thing I want to do. Me and wait don't go well in the same sentence together, right? My patience level is very low when it comes to how fast I want to grow and what I want to do with the company. So I could either sit back and go, okay, I'm gonna wait on SEO, I'm gonna wait on social media, and I'm gonna do all these things that are gonna take time. Or I can invest into a system that is going to get me predictable results consistently. That's it. So if you think about, as an example, one of our most recent clients, Lakita, been with us for a little bit over a year now. For over a year, she's been consistently, we've been getting her meetings at $19. We just ran the annual report. $19 per meeting. And if you look at the last 7 days or 14 days, it was down to 16. So, I mean, it's not even going up in the last couple months or weeks. It's going down. It just keeps getting better and better. We've only done this, 175 times, right? That's 175 different systems that I've created now that have been successful, that are just churning out predictable results. And the thing that I do differently than everybody else is I put in the work and I require this amount of organization from the people that I work with. So this way, there's no client of mine that after working with me for 90 days does not have a plethora of advertising material, marketing material, new offers to test, and new sales process that's going to get them to get the money faster from their market, right? All these different ways that are going to help them approach what they're doing and how they're beneficial to their market. That's all going to happen. And we're going to then make sure that it's on a systematic fashion so that they can repeat it for whatever new business they run into or whatever new products they add or new services that they create. So anything that happens within this particular system is going to lead to the main objective that our client is looking for. Most of our clients are looking to have sales and or bookings, right? They want their calendar filled or they're selling products and they want to get some sales going. This is going to work for either thing that you're doing, whether it's products or services. We just have to make sure we know exactly who we're marketing to, what platform they're on, why would they want your service. And then we have to match up all this content and offers depending on where they're at in the buyer cycle. Everyone has a buyer cycle. So if you don't know what the market's buyer cycle is, you're never going to know how to organize your content. My whole system is predicated on value first. So value, pitch, close. If we're not providing the value up front, then there's no way for us to ever earn the right to pitch, which means that the closing is going to be slim to none. So for us to make sure that we're not speaking the same message over and over again to somebody who's not interested anymore, we have different layers of engagement. So notice that these first two interactions are going to lead them back to the one page that they were interested in seeing the very first time. After those 2 or 3 engagements, because mind you that who knows how many times they've saved it or revisited that page on their own. But we know that after these two, after we've hit a frequency of 2 with these two, then we're going to move them into another page. Notice that this is now another warm market ad on YouTube leading them to another page. So they found us on Google by searching something. We've then remarketed to them on Facebook, and now they're seeing our videos on YouTube to a separate offer. It's selling the same thing, but we want to have our offer, we want to have multiple offers. So we want to wrap up what we're selling multiple ways. That's all I'm saying. And if we can do that, then we're going to be able to capture more attention of those that have visited our page at least once, and we can then take them back through the buying cycle and get them started. So if we are now in the 3rd conversation, possibly the 4th or the 5th, right? Because notice that there's a bunch of different opportunities for us to have these ongoing conversations. So this could be conversation 3, it could be conversation 8, within the system. And now we're going to move them through to Instagram, and then we're going to move them through to the ongoing ones that you see here. Notice that we want to have videos, we want to have stories, we want to have posts, we want to have images, we want to have so many different types of angles that we're going to be testing. There's a lot of copy that needs to be written and a lot of creative work that needs to match that copy. So when you think about how it's going to all coincide with each other, there's a system to this. And it all stems from beginning with knowing who you're marketing to, what platform they're on, what's your sales process, what are your margins, and how much are you willing to invest into each customer. I go through each of those with every single person that signs up for a sales and marketing kickoff call with me and my team. Now, that is going to be very beneficial for those who have never done that before, because if you don't know how much you're willing to invest into acquiring one new client, then you're going to be in a position where you're looking at your numbers at the end of the month and you're going to be like, is this good or is this bad? And if you do not know whether it's good or bad, you're never going to know how to make the adjustments. So you've got to know how much are you willing to invest into each client, and is that even profitable? Some folks don't know, how much do I need to invest? What is my marketing budget need to be? How fast can I grow? What if I do this? What if I do that? These are all things that I work with my clients with. So we're not I didn't create an agency that's just focused on Facebook ads or just focused on advertising. No, I focus on sales and business growth. So that means that I create the systems that are going to help you create predictable revenue. And if you're interested in seeing how this would all look for you, then go ahead and sign up by finding the link or the button around the call. Because what we could do is we can create an end of the year campaign just for you, right? We can create something that is going to help you launch yourself into the future, into the next year with a consistent, what would it be, either revenue stream or consistency in your bookings or consistency in your traffic flow, whatever your objective is right now. We want to create this system that's going to help it become to a more predictable rate so you know exactly how much to invest each month to get a new customer, so that you just have to ask yourself, how many new customers do you want each month? So if you notice, I broke this down here to kind of give you an idea about what it would possibly look like. If you wanted to copy this model and take this template, you can feel free to model after this, right? And this is going to work very well. Then we're going to go ahead and take you through the budget, the very end, the expectations. This is very big with me, my company. Each of my clients have very clear expectations on what is going to be done on our part for them, as well as what is going to be required for them. In the end, everyone's on the same page and very happy about the results. So notice that in the left, we have the budget. This budget is arbitrary. This is dependent upon you. But notice that if we were going to really run with this and have a solid outlook on how we were going to generate $70,000 in the next 60 days, we would want to make sure that A, we had all this content created prior to the 60-day mark. Then we want to set it up in the system so that we could press go on the front end and start pushing people through. And if you were to ask yourself, well, how much would it cost me to get something like that as a result using nothing but paid advertising through a system like yours, Brandon? Well, these are, like I said, these are all, it depends on your price per service. There depends upon your business model, depends upon your margins, right? There's so many different things that depend on this, but this would be my numbers. This would be something for me and my company to get to this. It would take $11,000, $11,700. We would invest $5,000 in Google, $2,000 in Facebook, $1,500 in YouTube, $2,000 in IG, and about $1,200 in Taboola. Now, this is the course of 60 days. So that's only $2,500 a month, $1,000 a month on Facebook, $750 on YouTube, $1,000 on IG, and $600 a month in Taboola. So when you break it down like that, and then you look at the end of the year, okay, $11,700 to earn $70,000. That is a little under 7 to 1. We average 7 to 1 on our campaigns. So when I see this number, and after I do all of my expectations in my reverse engineering, I can confidently say, wow, okay, Northwicks Consulting can invest $11,000 and they can generate $70,000 in the next 60 days. And this is how we're going to do it. So if you're interested in, like I said, getting one of these for your company and seeing, okay, what type of content needs to go where? What priority of media outlets do we have to focus on? And where exactly is your market at in their buying process so that we could focus on the people who are going to give you the most attention the fastest, as well as buy more often. So if you have an interest in getting a system set up for you like that, go ahead and fill out the registration form after you click the button or the link around this video. And I hope you found some value in today. I look forward to seeing you on the call. Take care.